It was a tiny 2.5 tatami mat school that changed Bakumatsu Japan. From its humble halls, leaders who would shape Japan's future emerged one after another. It produced key figures of the Meiji Restoration, such as Kido Takayoshi, Takasuji Shinsaku, and Ito Hirobumi. Many of them became the driving force of the era in their 20s. Yet, in fact, an even more astonishing truth lay hidden. Why did Shoin's teachings so deeply captivate the hearts of young people? What exactly was his revolutionary educational method? In this video, we will unveil the essence of Yoshida Shoin's educational vision, the role Shokasonjuku played in the restoration, and the full scope of its intellectual revolution that resonates even today. Let us now delve into its true story. In this main feature, we will also explain in detail how the students acted after Shoin's execution. Yoshida Shoin was born in 1830 into the Sugi family, who served the Choshu domain for generations as masters of the Yamaguryu School of Military Science. From childhood, he displayed extraordinary talent, reportedly mastering military texts at just 5 years old. At 9, Shoin was adopted by his uncle, Yoshida Daisuke, inheriting the family headship. His uncle taught him that reading means deciphering the thoughts of the ancients and making them your own. Shoin's education continued at the domain school, Marinkan. He fully displayed his talent, growing into such a prodigy that he gave lectures on military science before the domain lord. However, Shoin would not be contained by the domain's boundaries. He traveled extensively to Kyushu and Tohoku, interacting with scholars and thinkers, developing a strong sense of crisis regarding Japan's current state. His encounter with Sakuma Shozen in Edo particularly influenced Shoin's thought. To confront the foreign threat, he declared, Japan must become strong. As the shogunate's isolationist policy persisted, the foreign threat grew daily. The arrival of the black ships solidified Shoin's urgency. Shoin acutely felt the need for Japan to look to the world and learn foreign knowledge and technology. He resolved that he himself must cross the seas to do so. Then, in 1854, Perry's black ships returned. Shoin took the unconventional step of attempting to stow away. However, this smuggling attempt failed. Shoin was captured and imprisoned. At this time, he did not regret his actions. For the future of Japan, I would not hesitate to throw away this life. Such was the resolve that drove him. So, why did Shoin desire to travel overseas so desperately? While imprisoned, Shoin read many books, further deepening his own thoughts. The result was the seed of the intellectual revolution that would later move Japan. After his release, Shoin opened Shokasonjuku at his home in Hagi. Initially, it was a small private school gathering his relatives' children. However, Shoin's teachings quickly gained renown. The reason lay in his groundbreaking educational method, which transcended social status and age, defying conventional wisdom. Shoin did not unilaterally impart knowledge. Instead, he emphasized dialogue with his students. It was a style that encouraged repeated discussions, independent thinking, and presentation. Furthermore, Shoin focused on cultivating his students' ambition or resolve. Believing in the potential of each student, he taught, those with resolve will ultimately succeed. And, not merely ending in academics, he valued practical application. Shoin preached to his students the importance of confronting social realities and taking concrete action. Why did such brilliant talents emerge from a tiny 2.5 tatami mat school? Therein lay the secret of an education unheard of in traditional feudal society. Shokasonjuku attracted brilliant minds like Takasuji Shinsaku and Kosaka Genzue. Under Shoin's guidance, they achieved remarkable growth. Takasuji Shinsaku, through Shoin's education, acquired unconventional originality and executive power. He founded the Kiheitai and spearheaded reforms in the Choshu domain. Kosaka Genzue deeply understood Shoin's theories and took on the role of developing his ideas into domain policy. He transmitted Shoin's thought to many people. Ito Hirobumi, who would later become Japan's first prime minister, was also a student of Shokasonjuku. He strove to make Shoin's ideals a pillar of the new Meiji government. The impact Shokasonjuku had on Bakumatsu Japan was immeasurable. It transcended a mere place for knowledge transfer. It was a place that fostered the ambition to create Japan's future. However, Shoin's actions were dangerous to the shogunate. In 1858, the Ansei Purge began, and Shoin was once again arrested. Even while imprisoned, Shoin continued to send letters to his students. His teaching, "Commit yourselves for the sake of the nation," was deeply etched into their hearts. In 1859, Yoshida Shoin was executed in Edo at the age of 30. However, his death only further ignited the resolve of his students. After Shoin's death, his students vowed to inherit his will and assumed key positions in the Choshu domain. They drove the domain, pushing forward on the path to overthrowing the shogunate. Takasuji Shinsaku led the Kiheitai in battle against the shogunate forces, while Kosaka Genzue guided the domain's opinion towards overthrowing the shogunate. Shoin's teachings had culminated in concrete action. During the Four Frontiers War, Shokasonjuku graduates took center stage, achieving the historic feat of defeating the shogunate forces. They were truly the practitioners of the intellectual revolution. Once the Meiji Restoration was achieved, Shokasonjuku graduates successively held key positions in the new government. Ito Hirobumi, as the first prime minister, spearheaded Japan's modernization. With the resolve and practical ability inherited from Shoin, they forged Japan's future. Shokasonjuku's education laid the foundation for Meiji Japan. Shoin's teachings offer vital insights that transcend time and resonate with us today. The importance of autonomy, thinking for oneself and acting. The essence of Yoshida Shoin's educational vision was not rote memorization of knowledge, but cultivating resolve and linking it to concrete action. By fostering discussions beyond status and age and encouraging practical application, Shokasonjuku played a decisive role in the historic transformation of the Meiji Restoration. And the intellectual revolution relevant to modern times is the importance of autonomy, thinking, judging, and taking action for oneself in an age of information overload. Even a small school, if fueled by passion and resolve, can move an era. The lives of Yoshida Shoin and the Shokasonjuku students are testament to this. In the turbulent Bakumatsu period, Shokasonjuku may truly have been the lighthouse of intellect illuminating Japan's future.